Just as the Milwaukee Community Service Corps members must be fit and prepared for another day of work and training, our urban garden sites must also be fit and prepared for the coming gardening year each spring. Welcome to the 1996 review of the University of Wisconsin Extension Urban Garden Program. In addition to the general cleanup, picking of trash, mending of fences, the gardens must also be tilled, staked appropriately, and otherwise set up for the gardening season ahead. In our continuing partnership with MCSC, Milwaukee Community Service Corps, 1996 was the first year that all of our city gardens, with the guidance of the Urban Garden Program, were prepped and maintained by the Milwaukee Community Service Corps. Some of the other projects that we undertook with MCSC were the rehabbing of a mobile classroom outreach wagon, affectionately called the Caboose, which we will be using for nutrition and gardener education. Another of our winter projects was to improve the signs in the garden sites so that people knew who we were and how to rent a garden site of their own. To date, we have not completed this portion of our agenda and are owing to technical difficulties. But all of this is old news. 1996 was also the year that our enabling garden, the Garden of Ease, came into being. Willoway Grant Park Recreation Center in South Milwaukee had an unused solarium that the Parks Department and the County Board of Supervisors was willing to let us develop into an enabling demonstration garden subsequently called the Garden of Ease. Enabling, accessible, sensory for everyone. MCSC undertook the cleaning and rehabilitation of the greenhouse, painted everything bone, and installed modular greenhouse benches for folks with disabilities. All of the upright sections can be adjusted to various heights to accommodate clients' comfort. They can be raised high for folks who cannot bend that well, or set much lower for folks in wheelchairs, or anywhere in between to make everybody comfortable. When spring finally dried up and warmed up, it was rather a strange weather year for us here in Milwaukee. Construction of the garden began in earnest. Stone walls were constructed, traditional raised beds were put in place, pavement walks were laid, plantings in the garden were done by Master Gardener volunteers, clients of a 10-week summer program held in the garden this year for clients of Goodwill Industries, and by the MCSC Corps members. Here we see some of the boxes that go into a vertical wall planter that the clients in our summer program planted earlier in the year. And here later in the year, you can see how nicely they filled out. It was interesting to see that the clients wanted to take each one of those boxes home. This is our raised box garden that the clients filled with salsa ingredients: tomatoes, peppers, cilantro, basil, onions, and some flowers for color. Here again is our greenhouse mid-season, filled with our plants, ficus, impatiens, etc. We produced some 130 flats of plants for our gardens. These are our upright bowl planters. As you can see, they are set at various heights to accommodate varying heights of accessibility. The wheelchair clients really liked these as they were able to get around them all the way. Here are our espalier trees. They were planted for wheelchair accessibility. They will eventually be attached to the fence for stability and for training.
Well, you've done this before.
You got your hole? Where are you going to put your plant?
Yeah, a couple more.
Put it right there?
Yeah, one up here. There we go. Moving down. Okay. Here's one.
Great job.
Okay. Take one.
Yeah.
Right in there. And you
Good, Jimmy.
Okay. There you go.
That right
Put it in there.
He knows it.
Cover it up with all the dirt. Back it down.
You're on camera.
Put some water
one
in
in here.
the plant. Okay?
All right. I'm going to dig a hole here. Put this guy in here.
It's kind of a drippy pot, so.
Okay.
Put around, some
right.
around the sides, some around the sides. Whoop, that's
Whoa.
That's real good. That's real good.
It's a water
Doing
park.
it good, Debbie. Do it again. A little on this side.
Can we get a couple more of those?
Straight.
Look it.
Pat it down.
Don't get dirty, guys. Sure, like Somebody, Ron, did you look at the pasta garden?
Let's create I'm going to take the roots and
Salsa garden. Salsa.
Okay, you think you can get that in there?
That one's done? This one's done? No.
No, there. This one's gone.
We could do one more.
You do one more.
You want to do one more? We'll do one more.
Get it in this hole right here.
All right, we'll do this low one here.
A lot of nice color in here in a couple of weeks, aren't you?
Well, that's where I like my soft colorful.
Okay, where do you want to put another one?
Just kind of fill it in here. 3 rows.
How you doing, Mary? Bye. Got you on camera.
Covered up a little bit?
More.
Got another area? Got another plant for it? Like this. We got to dig a little hole. And in it goes. And then we go moosh, moosh, with some dirt
Okay,
on it.
can
Like
you make
that.
the hole, Karen? Sure you can.
There, she's doing it. All right. You selecting this for color?
Yes.
Ooh, all right. Ooh, good hole. All right, can we moosh it
Jan, what
in?
are these plants called?
Moosh.
I think
Push.
those are stalks. I'm not entirely
There we
certain what they are.
Hey.
They just kind of showed
Yellow
up,
one?
sort of like
Wanna make
stalks.
another one here?
I have,
Well, we want one of these in there, right? This will be the final surprise.
I don't. I do. How do you do?
This.
How do you don't?
This is many bees. All right, there it is. I found it.
For the remainder of this year and early next, Katie's MCSC Green Crew will be finishing off the construction here at the Garden of Ease. In 1997, the crew also will help us with programming assistance as well. The really exciting thing about this garden is that it's giving us a chance to try out many different enabling planters and techniques. For instance, using recycled sewer pipes to make excellent planters. You can plant in the holes of concrete blocks and flute tiles. Can be used as upright planters as well. We plan to incorporate old tires filled with soil, drilled holes, and plants. Think this one will work? Maybe, maybe not. That's what a demonstration garden is all about. Things to try and things to learn about. We plan to market some of our ideas to rehabilitation facilities and private parties. The elements in these planters are inexpensive, accessible, and use recyclable materials. We hope to be learning more about horticultural therapy and use those ideas to help us along with our programming skills next year. Let us not forget that raising nutritional food is the main focus of the Urban Garden Program Milwaukee Community Service Corps collaboration. Food production will occur in all aspects of this program. This includes our rental gardeners, gardeners with disabilities, backyard gardeners, and our youth gardeners. We can't overemphasize the need for growing healthful foods in the gardens. Our main focus is education. Milwaukee Community Service Corps provides funding and manpower to make it all come together. Here at Victory School Environmental Awareness Area, we got everybody involved. Our urban garden staff, our master gardener volunteers, teachers, students, and of course, Milwaukee Community Service Corps members. The staff at Victory School even started a 4-H club to keep the garden going throughout the summer. Here we have a planting day last spring before the kids got out of school.
Well, that's okay. How about you help us?
And like all good gardeners and gardens, this garden will never be finished, nor will the gardeners ever be satisfied. This is Hope House Pantry Garden, new mid-season this year. It is a collaboration between Milwaukee Community Service Corps, Urban Garden Program, Hope House, and the neighborhood that surrounds it. This pantry garden is a new initiative funded through our AmeriCorps grant to provide food for those who desperately need it. The Hope House Super Pantry will be augmented with food provided by Milwaukee Community Service Corps members grown at this site and through others throughout the city. We hope this will give you a good idea and insight as to the partnerships and programs that we are currently working on.